Welcome, and today is the first day of new content. I said that new content would be at the beginning of the content week or the end of the content week. Well, today is Friday, and that means it is the end of the content week, and we get to delve into new content. New content. So what I wanted to do this time around was talk about something just to kind of get in the door. I feel like talking is probably the easiest thing, and I've chosen a topic that I am familiar with, so I can kind of talk freely about it, and I know about it, at least my experience with it. It's thalassophobia, which is the fear of deep ocean or deep water. In my experience, not a lot of people understand it or know what it is or what it means. So I like to talk about it because I have it. It's an experience that I've dealt with since forever. So yeah, I kind of want to just get that across. And some people, the funny thing is, some people don't understand portions of it, and I really want to talk about that. So, yeah, I have some articles. We're not going to get into the scientific boring stuff of it. But I find all of it pretty fascinating, so I'll try to, cut out the crap I don't think's gonna be too entertaining. I want to go over some minor details with it as well. So without me going on too much, I think we should probably start with just a basic definition of thalassophobia, even though I've already given you a basic definition. I still want to kind of put out the more in-depth. I know I said it was fear of deep ocean or deep water, but that's not, all of it. So I'm in a new spot today. I moved the webcam so it's not too in the way of information. I'm going to try to be really, I don't know, it's going to be a weird place, but bear with me. So fear of deep water, this is just the AI overview, but it kind of gets everything in there. Known as thalassophobia, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, is an intense anxiety about large or deep bodies of water like oceans or lakes, stemming from the vastness, darkness, or what might lurk beneath the surface. So that is the basic, that's the basic definition of it. The only thing that the only thing that really matters here is it's not aquaphobia. I'm not afraid of water. Obviously, I'm drinking water. I used to swim a lot in pools and stuff. I used to swim in the ocean too. I try not to anymore, but obviously it's not so what I'm saying, it's not a huge fear of just any water. If you put me in front of a puddle, I'm not gonna be anxious about it. It's the depth, the darkness, there's certain characteristics that have to be there for anxiety to pop up. So it's not, aquaphobia, which is another very interesting fear. So there's this website, which is verywellhealth.com, and it kind of, it goes through the symptoms, the complications, diagnosis, causes and risk factors, treatment, coping, and prevention. But obviously, I probably should have said this at the beginning of the video, but obviously when we're talking about these things, I'm going to show images of them. It's going to weird me out just as much as it will probably you. But yeah, so this is a difference. I'm gonna pop this photo up here so it's bigger. This is, more thalassophobia. The surface of the water doesn't really matter. This is more thalassophobia, kind of coded, where it's this emptiness here. And I don't have a problem, oddly enough, I don't have a problem when it's like this, though if I zoom it up like this, it does gain a problem. So the bottom here, I can see the bottom, or I can see what looks like the bottom, so this looks like sand to me, so that's not a problem. This, however, is an issue, so just gonna close that. So here's your physical symptoms: shaking and trembling. I don't shake, I don't sweat, I get dry mouth, that's for sure. Increased heart rate, check. Difficulty breathing is not a me thing. I don't get chest pain. I don't, feel faint or dizzy. I do get nauseous, and I do get chills a lot. So when we're going through this, I'm gonna, I'm gonna shake. That's what that is. Their emotional systems, obviously, there's complications with it, like panic attacks. Research has found that, specific phobia, nope, I can't even say it anymore. Specific phobias lead to other disorders, so depression, there's eating disorders, other stuff. This is actually I think it's a really good article for it. There's also this one. A survey from the 1990s found that 46% of Americans are afraid of deep water in swimming pools, which I somewhat have. We'll get into that in a second. But 64% are afraid of deep ocean water. That is definitely me. I am definitely that percentage. So, what causes it? Genetics, family influence, personality type, and hearing about traumatic events underwater. Now, I don't know where mine came from because I don't remember any traumatic events. I mean, I didn't watch shark movies. Nothing to my knowledge ever crossed my mind as a child where it was like, oh gosh, my grandma got eaten by a shark. No. Nothing like that. So I think it's more of a personality thing. If you're controlling or if you don't have control over your life, or if you're a negative person, you can have phobias. I used to be I'm still negative. I can't even lie. I'm a negative person. I am a controlling person, so put me in the ocean where I can't control anything. That might be a huge thing to my thalassophobia. But one thing that I've tried to explain to people around me that, fascinates other people, will kind of get a giggle out of them sometimes, is it happens when I'm playing video games. So I have a huge reaction when I play video games. Even video games that I know the water, there's nothing in the water. Take, for instance, actually we're going to go on this journey together. Take, for instance, GTA. GTA has a huge ocean. And it is, let me see if I can get an underwater shot of it. There's not really good ones. But if you play and you go underwater, you can definitely know what I'm talking about. This is probably one of the better ones. Where, there's nothing here. Obviously this is Game Rant talking about a sunken body. That's not what I'm worried about. This is another good one. And GTA actually is probably one of the best examples of it. Foggy water is terrifying. Let me see if I can find an underwater shot here. That's kind of a mod, but this proves my point right here. See that fog? This emptiness right here? Where you can't see anything, that right there, and GTA is a huge example of what I'm talking about. I think this is this is clearer than it actually is because it's a lot darker. But yeah, so I'm stuttering. It even happens when I play GTA. I will get really bad chills, really high anxiety. And of course that is a huge, point of laughter for friends where they're like, oh, let's go underwater. And I'm like, there was a time, to emphasize this point, there was a time where I was playing with a friend and we had gone into the mini submarines. And we'd gone pretty far out in the middle of nowhere, and I think at some point the boat either dies or whatever. I think it is. I think so. If you go far enough, the boat dies, and that happened. And I started panicking so bad because it puts you, if I remember correctly, it puts you out on the water. Or no, the boat dies, and you can either stay in or go out to, survive. And my friend, of course, pops out and swims off, and I was like, just stuck there, high anxiety, shivering, like, and of course they were cracking up, but I, just to emphasize the point, and there are also other games that I'd love to play that I can't because of this. So Subnautica is a big one where I can't play Subnautica because it's an underwater game. I can't deal with, this. I can't. It's no. There was a, as I'm scrolling here, there was a, I think, TikTok or Instagram reel or something I was watching where this person that had thalassophobia, props to them for putting themselves through that, went like over, or was looking over the edge where it drops off, and we practically had the same reaction where it was just to like shrink away. It's so bad. Like, I would love to play this game. I can't because it's too, that's a crappy image, but it's underwater. I can't play this. Like, I couldn't do it. Especially in dark areas like that. Not gonna work with me. So, unfortunately, I can't play games like Subnautica. And there are, of course, other underwater games. This is a list of 25. There's Surviving the Abyss. Granted, third-person games like this would not creep me out as much. I wouldn't get as much of a reaction with something like this Depth, which actually I've pulled up here because I wanted to see it, where you're in environments like this, where this would absolutely ruin me. And I think there's even a game, I don't know if this is it, but a game where it's kind of like, what was it? Repo, I think? Or the other one where you're underwater. I could not do that. I don't know if that's this game. I think it's a different one, actually. But there's a couple others. Obviously, Maneater wouldn't get a reaction out of me at that point. You're the Shark. Cutesy games don't do it. But stuff that puts you in first person, or even in third person in something like this, would absolutely wreck me. I don't know if this is, obviously I don't know what kind of game this is, but like, stuff like this wouldn't get a reaction out of me. I don't know if it does some people. I think maybe if you have like extreme thalassophobia, it would trigger that, but it does not for me, thankfully. To go more like real life with it, and I don't know why this happens. I don't know why I'm afraid of deep ocean. I think I said that. And I don't know why I get a reaction when I play games, but it happens. It's a irrational fear, and I am very, like, intrigued by it, because I think there's a part of the human body, or not the human body, but the human mind, that when you're afraid of something, you wish to understand it. So I've tried my best to understand my thalassophobia, but moving away from like the broad scope of thalassophobia, actually I kind of want to show some actual real life pictures that would mess with people. So these are going to be a lot of photos, so yeah, if you have, if there's, thalassophobia warning, obviously. So there's this one where obviously, so this doesn't really get me, and even if I pulled this up, I don't think it'd get me too much because I can see all this, but if I was like put first person staring under there, Oh gosh, this is awful. If I was put first person and you could see just like this, and you were looking down here, that would definitely get me. This definitely does as well. That's just freaking awful. I don't know if that's thalassophobia. That's just gross. That's nasty. Let's see if I can find another one. Sometimes images like this will get me. This one seems too fake, but sometimes they will. Sometimes images like this will get me. Just like one person out in the middle of nowhere. Obviously, so if this guy was a bit further away, clouded in fog, and we were a bit deeper in the ocean, because this is obviously the surface, this would have gotten me pretty bad. Wow, these photos suck. I've seen better photos on, like, YouTube of thalassophobia triggers. So, okay. I don't know if this is a video on thalassophobia. If it is, I don't avoid all water, but if it's not, then that's probably something completely different, which Google's not the best at finding exactly what we want. Oh, there's like a trigger button up here. Hold up, wait a minute, we might be able to find something after all. And while I'm looking for this, so to emphasize a little more my thalassophobia, I think this is the only one that's gonna get me, honestly. Ew. My family has always wanted to go to Hawaii or, what was the other one? Was it Bali? I don't know. And go scuba diving in the coral reefs. I do not want to do that. I have told them that. I will not do that. It will not happen. This is kind of triggering a little. Because I honestly cannot, this is kind of megalophobia, I cannot imagine putting myself in that situation where I am well aware that that is not what coral reefs look like, but this is all I can imagine. And just something reaching up here. It doesn't even have to be like shark thing, because I have a huge fear of sharks as well. It doesn't even have to be like a shark. Pull an octopus tentacle out of here. It's gonna freak me out. This is... Oh, there we go. I don't know if that'll pull up on camera. Those look like legs. Oh, because it's arachnophobia and thalassophobia. Yes, thank you. That's great. Ew. I hate it. That's fake enough for me not to care. Unless it's not fake. Is that like an actual person? It's just PNG shark here. Okay. Anyway. There are videos. This is a pretty good one as well. Obviously super fake, but there are like that right there. I don't know where this comes from, but that's gross. Ew, 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 ew. This reaching out of the darkness, though that might be less thalassophobia than I'm thinking. Obviously we're reaching into like the TikTok variations of this, where I'm pretty sure that's AI, where it's not real. I don't know what's real and what's not. This is obviously not. This is a TikTok video. But this is close. So for me, usually, sometimes, unless the photo's good, there has to be something in the water. I've seen that shark before, I feel like. Anyway, I'm kind of going off here. Obviously, you can look up TikToks or Instagram Reels or something on YouTube that will show you thalassophobia images and kind of, help to better understand, why is this so terrifying. We've gotten into like complete and utter nonsense now. So moving forward, I kind of want to give examples of other things in the ocean. So, I don't just fear the ocean because of thalassophobia, I also fear it because of what's in it. I don't like sharks. I have a fear of sharks. I don't know what that's called, actually. Let me see. Apparently it's this galleophobia? I have no idea. It's a common irrational fear. I wouldn't say it's irrational. The Jaws effect. Let's see if we can find some images of it, actually. It's just a bunch of shark images. I mean, these aren't really scary. This is scary to me, definitely. This is scary to me, because this kind of blends the thalassophobia in there. This is like, I've seen this photo of this shark. He's got to be the most famous shark out there. I feel like I've seen that shark a billion times. But it's also certain sharks. I mean, I guess if I was in the water with any shark, I'd be tripping out, but the only ones that can kind of get me from photos are the more aggressive looking sharks. So if you show me like a cute, adorable baby shark, I'm not going to care as much as if you show me, Jaws over here. Where did he go? There he is. Is this actually from a... I don't know if that's actually from a movie or not. But yeah, I kind of want to show some cool sharks. Because, a shark that would definitely freak anyone out if found in the ocean, because I believe it's only found in deep water, is my favorite shark of all time. He's the stupidest looking shark. That's not me being mean. It's terrible looking. It's called the goblin shark. I'm pretty sure people have seen it at this point. They're kind of well known for how... I don't even know if I can show him on YouTube. There has to be like a better image of him, right? Oh, there's really not. Oh gosh. Okay, let's see if I can find one that doesn't look fleshy. That's the best we're getting. Okay. This is a goblin shark, if you don't know. What has led me to love these things so much, and by love I do mean partially hate, is the way they hunt. They will, if I remember correctly, their jaw dislocates and launches forward and then comes back. They're the ugliest things. Here, I'll just take the whatever comes with this. This is kind of a photo of him, trying to see, like, okay, this is a photo of it eating, so I guess not all the time does it launch forward like that. I don't want to pull up the photos where it's, like, not alive. Oh, look at that, you can get a plushie of it. Where did that go? Here it is, little plushie. If you ever wanted the ugliest shark of all time, I don't know if there's uglier, honestly. Let's go to this. This is gross looking. Let's see. There was a portion of this I wanted to see. So there you go. Different preserved specimens of goblin sharks were once incorrectly classified as separate species because their jaws stuck out at different lengths. So look at him. Isn't he beautiful? Isn't he blessed with beauty? Honestly, no makeup. He could just... El Natural, that one. You wouldn't believe it. These are a couple other creatures that, I mean, that this website has labeled as creepy, I guess. That one's not really creepy. I guess there must be a reason. There's everybody's favorite blobfish, whatever the flip that is. He's rainbow colored, though. Love that. What is this? I cannot pronounce that. Rhino chimera, maybe? They're a type of fish closely related to sharks and rays. Interesting. The black devilfish. Yeah, see, this is another, like, I understand that these things are, really far down to the point where the sun can't even reach these, but it still creeps me out that this is within, I've seen this guy. This is within the ocean. Where have I seen you? I don't know where I've seen this thing. I've seen it at some point, though. The black swallower. Oh, he eats fish that are bigger than him. That's nice. He's a real looker, ain't he? I don't like all your bits there, sir. Keep that out of my face. Look at that! That's like a glowworm. Why pull that out of the ocean? Put it back. And there's our boy. I am getting just a... That's an animal? Oh, it's a Venus flytrap. I'm getting a little distracted here. Ooh, it's a jellyfish. That looks so cool. Sometimes known as an alarm jelly. When a predator is nearby, the jelly will release blue light to attract bigger predators to eat or scare them away. That's really cool, actually. Okay, and we're getting into spiders now. And we're back. Okay, so I'm a little distracted there, but you know, you get it. I would love to talk more about sharks and stuff, probably in a different one of these, but I kind of wanted to just touch on thalassophobia, and we'll round about here. I want to talk a little bit about like my experience with thalassophobia and people around me. Obviously, I've already kind of touched on that. People think it's funny, which I don't take as any sort of like attack on me. I get it. I'm afraid of deep ocean even in video games. It's a little funny, okay? You show me a thalassophobia video and I'm gonna shiver a little. It's funny. I find it funny sometimes. But it's people not understanding what it is. And I think at some points, some people say it just to make fun of the fear, but it's not a fear of water. It's not. That's aquaphobia, and that is, I think, a more serious fear that probably shouldn't be made fun of. But thalassophobia isn't a fear of water. It's a fear of deep ocean. It's a fear of deep water in general. Sometimes even pools can trigger it. Which I kind of want to briefly talk about. So I mentioned that I swam for a long time, and I have. I've swam for nearly all of my life, and I still love swimming to this day. And there are certain days when pools will be cleaned and they will add chemicals to it and whatever. And well, when they do that, it can make the pool really, really foggy and really painful to the eyes. Also, just side note, not a fun time. Though I've been in a pool crystal clear and my eyes still burned so bad. I was practicing water polo. No glasses. No goggles, not glasses. You were not allowed to have goggles in water polo practice. Anyway, there have been days where the pools have been foggy, and that has triggered my thalassophobia. Not enough to where I wouldn't swim. Again, I do not have that much of an extreme reaction. I will still swim because it's a pool. And, you know, subconsciously, I know that even if that fear is there, I know what's in the water. I'm fine. There are some people who can't. Who will not swim, who won't swim in pools that are deep, who don't like pools at night. I know I somewhat don't like pools at night, regardless of if the lights work or not. Like, it is not a fear of water, it's a fear of deep water and what's in that deep water and what's not visible in that deep water. So that's kind of the understanding portion of it. Again, I don't take it seriously if people make fun of it. I think it's funny. I think it's funny I get tripped up when I'm playing games, and it happens. And I'm glad that my friends don't, take it really seriously, because at that point it'd just be weird, like, really weird to have them take it so seriously. But yeah, I think that was all that I kind of wanted to talk about with Thalassophobia. We went over the sharks and the creatures, the explanation, people don't react to it, like, seriously. I have had one or two people, like, tell me I'm being ridiculous, or, my fear is irrational, or just, go in the water, nothing's gonna happen. Those people either have not experienced fear themselves in that way, or they're just not willing to understand fear. Those are the people that kind of, like, I just don't want to talk about it with, because I know they won't want to understand it, because it's not like thalassophobia is this hidden fear. It has been pushed out to the media. People know of it. Like, in the Meg, Jaws, there's a billion shark movies that have thalassophobia sprinkled in there. It's 67% of the American population. I mean, it's not like this fear is unknown. And when you say just get over it, or when you're like, oh, it's a bunch of nonsense, you shouldn't be afraid of this. Yes, I know, but I can't help that. I know there's treatment for it, like exposure therapy. I'm not doing that. It doesn't affect me that much. I live by the coast, but, I go in the ocean at points. It's not like a horrible hindrance to me, so, it's just, you have those people, and then you have your friends, which just take it as funny, which is completely fine. But yeah, that was just, I wanted to talk about thalassophobia. That was kind of like the step into this. So yeah, that's new. That's a new content thing, just talking. I think the next one will either be me dyeing my hair and kind of having a chat with my friends. I don't know how many people I want to drag into that. I don't know. Depends if I need, assistance dyeing my hair. It'll either be me dyeing my hair, or something a little bit more fun than just me talking. I might get that Lego set I was talking about. But yeah, so that was fun for me. I hope it was fun for you. I don't know if I should do a different kind of signing off for this, but thank you for sitting down, thank you for watching, and thank you for hopefully learning and enjoying this as much as I did, and I will hopefully see you in the next one, be it the next one of these or the next one of the gaming videos. Bye.